Good morning, everyone. Scott Maybor here with your Medicare Missive from the pond, back at home for Monday the 24th of August. Hope you are doing well. Hope you enjoyed your weekend. You may have seen my previous video. I was in Baltimore for most of last week for some training. This is a mastermind group that I'm a member of. So Wednesday was Medicare Day. Thursday was long-term care day, and Friday was kind of tips and tricks from the other brokers in the room, sharing their ideas, sharing what they do with AI, sharing how they kind of just conduct their business. So my head is spinning with ideas and things I need to get done. Let's see, today I wanted to talk about a call I got while I was away in Baltimore. So this is from one of my referral partners calling about his mom. However, he's in the insurance world. So he's a group insurance broker. He does health insurance for companies, for employers, and he's calling me with questions about his mom's Medicare. So if you think you know Medicare, and here's a guy in the insurance world that knows nothing about it, and all he does is health insurance 5 days a week, chances are you don't know all the rules and everything. And I'm not saying that to be insulting, it's just there's a lot to know, and it's a full-time job keeping up with it. So in this case, he called about his mom's costs. He said they seem very high. What's going on? Why is she spending so much money? One thing, so in going back and forth, and I had limited time between meetings, one of the things I said, get me her cards. And it appears that she is on a very old Massachusetts Blue Cross supplement. And I believe it was the Gold plan, which is old, dated, and way overpriced. But Blue Cross is not going to tell you that. So I said, we have an appointment scheduled for tomorrow where we'll take a look at it and see if we can switch that for September 1st. The other thing that she has is a drug plan. Blue Cross of Massachusetts has a drug plan. It is the most expensive drug plan in the state. It's about $255 a month. I have no idea what drugs this woman takes, but I'm almost certain she does not need a $255 a month drug plan. I'm sure she could get by with a $30 a month drug plan. So by switching from her current supplement, which most people would know as a Plan F, to what most people would know as a Plan G, here in Mass we call them different things, but by switching from the F to the G, we're going to save $125, and that will be effective as of September 1st, because the state allows that. Your state may or may not. And then we're going to look at her drug plan. I asked if she's on any sort of subsidies, which would give me an open enrollment or a special enrollment to change it. He didn't think she is. So that's something we have to investigate, because if she is not, he wants to apply, so that we'll get that taken care of. But otherwise, she has to wait till open enrollment begins in October to make a switch that will be effective in January. So sorry, we can definitely save her some money, but I'd love to be able to switch her drug plan. However, we may be stuck until open enrollment. But this is why it's so important that you check your drug plans every single year, whether it's a standalone or whether it's part of embedded into your Advantage plan. By not changing it, her drug plan has been replaced multiple times actually with something that's now $20 a month. She never made the change, so the plan she's on just kept going up and up in cost, because quite honestly, I don't think they want you on that plan. They want you on the $21 a month plan, $20.70, but she never made the switch. So they're collecting $255 a month, really for no reason, other than almost punishment. So get help. This open enrollment, I think, is going to be very tricky from what I heard in Baltimore. There's a lot of plans leaving. There's a lot of the carriers are closing down a lot of plans. So if you're on a plan that closes down, and this is mostly Advantage plans, you have a window to get a new plan without underwriting. Take advantage of that. You're going to see a lot of drug plan changes. The government stopped one of the subsidies to drug plan carriers effective January 1st. And the supplements typically don't change much, but if you're on an old supplement, then you should change. Not that your supplement ever changed aside from the price, and the prices are certainly going up, but if the price has gone up substantially, maybe it's time to look at a newer supplement, and the coverage will be very similar. Let me know if I can help. Feel free to comment, like, share, and always happy to take your questions. Thank you.